and welcome to my channel. My name is Jackie. I'm a mom, a former preschool teacher, and an advocate for teaching children emotional literacy. This video talks about what is rapid resolution therapy. I want to just make it very clear that I am not a therapist, I'm not a psychiatrist or a psychologist, I'm not a licensed mental health counselor. I really like educating myself about things. I'm currently in therapy for issues that I endured during childhood. I had a very abusive household growing up, and I developed PTSD, anxiety, depression, eating issues, and a bunch of other problems from the abuse that I endured growing up. My therapist recommended rapid resolution therapy for me to help me combat the issues that I'm having with PTSD. I wanted to share the information that I found about what rapid resolution therapy is in hopes that it would help you if you're suffering from any issues with anxiety, depression, PTSD, or any other mental health issue that's just keeping you stuck from moving forward with your life. Trauma impacts so many of us. It can be a big disaster like a hurricane where you lose your home, to a miscarriage, to a domestic violence relationship, to humiliation, losing a loved one, seeing a car accident, or like me personally, being raised in an abusive household. For some of us, we end up developing PTSD or post-traumatic stress disorder. Part of your subconscious gets stuck in the trauma and your brain doesn't realize that you're safe, even years later. It can leave us with so many different issues, from either one little event or one big event to a long spread out series of events that occur over years. We carry trauma around with us every day. Something that happened in the past sticks with us, and sometimes everyday triggers make us feel like that trauma is happening again. That is what PTSD, and that's why people that experience PTSD are totally debilitated by everyday things. Your subconscious does what it needs to do to keep you safe during trauma, but sometimes it does such a good job that when the trauma's over, it doesn't realize it. Rapid resolution therapy helps things that happened in the past stay in the past. Things that keep blocking us from being able to move forward can get dissolved and be put away. It doesn't make you forget anything, and it doesn't make the trauma go away. It just puts it away so that you can access it when you want to, or if you want to, rather than being reminded of it from a simple beep or a color or a certain car. Now it seems too easy. I was struggling with symptoms of PTSD for a decade, and it's resolved in one session. That seems way too easy. And as I was doing research, I didn't really think it was possible to really get relief from these things. But after having a session, it does feel like relief. It feels like the past is where it belongs. RRT allows the subconscious to receive the message that you're safe now. The scary thing is over. It's time to move on. Because the subconscious can't hear that, but RRT accesses the subconscious and lets it know that you are safe. You survived the trauma, now you can be safe and move on and not let that trauma keep pulling you back into the past. The reason that rapid resolution therapy was beneficial for me is that my entire childhood was traumatic. I grew up with a narcissistic mother who had multiple mental health issues, and it left me with some pretty deep scars. If you want to watch a video that goes into detail about why I specifically needed to get a session of RRT, I do have a link below if you wanna know a little bit more about my experience. My therapist said that trauma is like an avocado pit that's stuck in your brain, that's just blocking thoughts from passing the way that they should. And rapid resolution therapy breaks apart that avocado pit into little tiny pieces and just dissolves it so that these pieces can be put away into the subconscious where they belong without being present in everyday interactions and just being on the surface of your mind 24/7. RRT helps adjust the response that your mind has so that everyday little things don't keep causing upset. It helps so that things just stop having a grip on you. You just let things go. So you might be wondering, how is RRT done? Rapid resolution therapy takes place over just 1 2-hour session, and that's it. And you get immediate results. Sometimes people might need 2 sessions, but generally just 1 session, usually about 2 hours, and that's all it takes. The price can range depending on what therapist you see. Sometimes it's around $200 to $300. So if you find a therapist, just ask to see if they do RRT and what their prices are. It's a little hard to describe what RRT is exactly because every single person that goes through RRT experiences that session differently. Some people say RRT is hypnosis, but it's not because you remain in a conscious state the whole time. RRT puts you in a state of really deep relaxation, so you can access the subconscious part of your mind, but you're conscious the whole time. You can get up, you can walk around, you can tell your therapist what you're feeling, what you're thinking, and there's no form of suggestion or anything like that in the same way that hypnosis is. You can keep your eyes open, you can keep your eyes closed. It really depends. Every single person's RRT session is going to be different. And most importantly, you're not re-exposed to the trauma, and you don't have to re-experience it. At the beginning of my session, I was so nervous that I would have to talk about these things or relive it, or it would be brought up again. And it feels bad to talk about trauma all the time. It just hurts. And it was never talked about like that. It was never relived. It was never revisited. It was just put away. Therapists are trained in a multitude of different techniques that they can use to access the subconscious part of your brain. The whole purpose of RRT is to communicate with the subconscious to reconcile these things that are keeping you blocked and to put these things to rest. The different techniques that are used in RRT range from deep relaxation, mindfulness meditation, word games, mind and body experiences. It's all to access your subconscious. In my session, personally, I had to do deep relaxation several times throughout to bring me back into that state if I started slipping out of it. We did a lot of visualization, a lot of kind of guided meditation is the best way I can describe it. But everybody's session is going to be different. The therapist is going to guide you to reach that part of your brain that is accessible right before you fall asleep. So, that point when you're in bed, you're almost asleep but not quite there. You're fully conscious of everything that's going around you, but your brain is just kind of doing its thing. That's the state of mind that you're in during RRT. And while you're in that state, you can resolve the trauma so that it can be put away. So what should you expect from your RRT session? Like I've been saying, everybody's session is going to be different. There's going to be moments where your eyes are open, moments where your eyes are closed. There's going to be some silly moments, some fun moments, some more serious moments. Most of the RRT session is guided by your therapist. You don't really talk a lot, and you don't have to re-experience your trauma. And the biggest thing is that you can expect results immediately. I just had my RRT session just a couple days ago. I can already tell that a lot of things are changing, and I'm going to go into more detail about what these different things that have been changing are in a future video. So far, I've noticed that my thought patterns have been changing. I'm not stuck in the past. The biggest thing that I noticed happened the second I walked out of the door. As I left the therapy office, I saw that there was a red minivan in the parking lot, and my mom used to have a red minivan. And before, my thoughts would be, I would stuck in the past. I would get really emotional. I would feel anywhere between scared or longing or anger, all sorts of different feelings would come up just by the sight of a red minivan. And I could tell that RRT really changed something for me because I came out and I saw the minivan and my thought was, my mom used to have a minivan like that. And then I walked to my car and that was it. A lot of different people can benefit from rapid resolution therapy. People who suffer from PTSD, anxiety, depression, sexual issues, obsessive compulsive issues, even people who are just struggling with a little confidence. It just helps resolve that block. that's stopping you from moving forward in your life. RRT was developed by Dr. John Connolly, and he has a website and he also has a YouTube channel. I'm going to link both of those below. So if you want to do some more research or find out some more information, you have those resources available to you. Thank you very much for watching. If you found that this video was helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more videos every week. If you subscribe and you like this video, it helps my channel grow and it helps this video reach more people that might benefit from knowing about RRT. Thank you again for watching. I wish you peace, love, health, and joy.